Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who taught me this truth, and honors to you brethren out there that's pushing the truth with all sincerity and in faith, and to Wadi Habashim Yahushai for allowing me to come back with another lesson. Peace and blessings, as always, goes into the hopeful elect. And I'm just gonna get on in the scriptures right now on not being we gotta be, even though us being in this flesh, and these chains of darkness, we have to we gotta be in the spirit. We gotta feed our spirit more than the flesh, man. And how do you feed your flesh? Or how do you not feed your flesh? Salakia. How do you not feed your flesh? Is being into these scriptures, man. Feeding your spirit rather than feeding feeding your spirit rather than feeding these bodies, man, the flesh, because we can't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Okay. So I'm gonna grab a couple scriptures as always, Akim, and I pray and I hope that the lesson is edifying. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 8. Book of Romans, chapter 8, and I'll start at 4. And it says, Romans 8 and 4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So how we fulfill the law, or how we fulfill the law fully, is we must walk after the Spirit, man. We have to walk after the Spirit and do those things that are in the Spirit, man. All right, edifying ourselves, watching videos, man, studying. All right, edifying one another, making these videos, going out into the elements and highways and hedges. All right, those are all spiritual things, man. See, a lot of people in this earth. All right, and I'm not talking about the men of Great Millstone. I'm talking about, these people of the world, man. They're not doing that. They're not going out to the highways and hedges. They're not pleasing the Most High. All right, they're not studying. They're not reading. All right, they're not doing any of those things. But us men that do that and do that which is pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we know that there is a reward to all these things, man. And the main reward is making it on that chariot and being saved from the upcoming destruction to come. So it says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. So that's right, these people in this world, man, out in this world, they do the things of the flesh, man. Going to the club, all right, dancing on these big booty Judies, all right, getting drunk, getting high all day, doing all types of drugs, eating the unlawful foods, and all those things are those are just a few things to name, but those are just all the things that fulfill the flesh, man. Those are the things that please the flesh, and we're not supposed to be pleasing the flesh, man, because the flesh, it profiteth nothing. Okay, it is the Spirit that quickeneth. And it says, verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. And it says, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. So that's right, man. So those of us that are after the Spirit, we get joy out of this, man. This is what makes my day, man. Knowing that I'm able to break down these scriptures and try and edify to the best of my ability, which the talents that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given to me. I'm happy, and this makes me happy to know that I'm doing that which is pleasing to the Most High, man. And, we gotta do this. Most importantly, we got to do this for ourselves, but most importantly for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because he don't need us. We need him. Okay, we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and how do we show how we need him? Was being in the Spirit, man. And now those are things that I'm going to pray for in the upcoming Day of Atonement. You know, just to pray for, you know, increasing my spirit, pray for, you know, all these things that I need. All right, the things that I need, that's what I, you know, need, man. The things that I need, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding, and more understanding of this truth, this doctrine of YAHAWASHI, and that I'm able to grow, you know. And it says, verse 6, for to be carnally minded is death. So for you to be carnally minded, that leads to death, man. So we can't be carnal either, man. Being carnal is not the way to go, man. You know, we can't be on the level of these other people, man, out in the world. We don't want to be on their level, because we're in a higher level, okay? And it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So when you're spiritually minded, this gives you life, man. This gives you peace. It gives you peace in this land that we live in, you know, as America, man, which is the wickedest, the most wicked nation ever to be created. But yet we still find peace. We still find peace in this wicked society that we live in. And how do we find that peace? It's through the Spirit and through the scriptures and the words which YAHAWASHI has set for us, man, has set before us. So I'm going to go to the book of John. This is the book of John, chapter 6. This book of John, chapter 6, and let me see, 6 and 63. And it says, it is the Spirit that quickeneth, and the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So that's right, man. So the Spirit is the thing that quickeneth, man. You know, that's why when you get up, man, you got to send your prayers into YAHAWASHI, and immediately, you know, you could make yourself some breakfast, something to eat, you know, get your day going, and then get right into these scriptures, man. Jump right into a video, man. Just start edifying yourself, feeding your spirit rather than feeding your flesh, because the flesh, it said, it profiteth nothing. But the words, it says, but I, Salaki, and the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So these words that we read every day, from day to day, it gives us spirit. It gives us, this is the Spirit, man, and they are life. You know, so we gotta take advantage of the time that we have, and to get all this knowledge, man, to get all that which we need, all right? Because you know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So we have to have all this knowledge and wisdom that we could, you know, take in, so that when these perilous times come, that we're prepared for it, man. We're prepared for it, not only physically, but most importantly, mentally. You have to be mentally prepared, spiritually prepared for the things to come, because it's going to get very crazy out here. It's going to get very vicious, very violent, very bloody. And we can't have fear in this, man. We can't have fear of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right, we have to strive unto the truth unto death, and YAHAWASHI will fight for us. All right, that's in the book of Ecclesiastes 4:28. We got to do that. We have to do these things, man. We have to be in the Spirit, man. We can't walk after our flesh, because the flesh does nothing for us, man. It leads to death. It just leads to death. The Spirit is what gets us going every day. Okay. So this is the book of Galatians. Book of Galatians, chapter 5 and 16, and it says, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So that's right. So when we walk in the Spirit, we're not gonna. The flesh is gonna have a hard time trying to overcome the Spirit, man, because the Spirit is a lot more powerful than the flesh. But the flesh, Satan likes to mess with you, man. That's why we always have to, pray, fast, deprived from a lot of things, and then just be more in the Spirit rather than the flesh, man. So it says, I'll read that again, verse 16, Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. So the flesh goes against the Spirit, and so does it, reverse. The Spirit goes against the flesh. These are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. So when you're in the flesh, man, it prevents you from doing this work, man. It prevents you from getting in these scriptures. That's why we have to continuously be in them, because Satan, spiritual demons, Satan, and these demons out here in this world or amongst us will try to, like the brother says, the elder in Tempe, he always says that Satan could have a step in, man, and mess with your mind, and we gotta be constantly in the Spirit, man. Even when you're not, say you just eating, man, you thinking about the scriptures, man. You thinking about the scriptures, you thinking about the things to come, all that, man. That's also being in the Spirit, man. Because you're not thinking about anything else. You ain't thinking about the NBA playoffs. You're not thinking about whether this is gonna come back or what am I gonna do. No, man, that's all of the flesh. That's lusting after the flesh. But you thinking about these scriptures, what's the next lesson I could bring out? Okay, all these things. What chapter should I read? Get better understanding of. Those are all. That's being in the Spirit right there. So we gotta do those things, all right, so that the flesh doesn't take over, man. All right, this is the book of John, chapter 4. This is the book of John, chapter 4 and 22, and it says, "Ye worship ye not, Salaki, ye worship ye know not. But it says what? No, not what. We know that what we worship for salvation is of the Jews." So that's right. So we know what we worship. We know that we worship YAHAWASHI, which is the true power, all right, of heaven and earth. All right, these other people, they ain't worshiping nothing, man. They're worshiping wood, stone, false powers, false gods. All right, and then when they call upon them, don't none come of it, man. But the Spirit or the name of YAHAWASHI really got power, man. That name, when you say it, man, it really holds. It's power, man. Nothing but power in that name. So it says, I'll start from the top again. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. So salvation is for the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you Dominicans, you Haitians, all right, you North American Indians, you Guatemalans, to you Panamanians, all these people who are a part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Salvation is just for you and only you. Verse 23, that says, "But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him." So that's right, man. So you got to worship the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth, because that's what the Father looks for, man. He looks for those people who worship him. Verse 24, and it says, "The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." So that's right. So when you worship YAHAWASHI, you have to worship him in spirit and in truth. It didn't say worship him in the flesh and all this. Nah, man, that's not what it said at all. You got to worship him in the spirit, man. You got to continuously be in this, man. All right, forget everything else, man. The Most High comes first. Like I said, the Heavenly Father, he comes first before anything. And then once you put him first, everything else is going to fall in place. Everything's going to fall in order. And that's all through the spirit and the power of Yahawah Ba'Hashem YAHAWASHI. Okay? So, you know, with that Akim, that's all I really had. You know, just flowing through the spirit. I'll end off there through the spirit. I'm going to give all praise to Yahawah Ba'Hashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who taught all of us, brother, this truth and that learn from one another. Okay? Honors to all you brethren out there that's pushing this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Yahawah Ba'Hashem YAHAWASHI for allowing me to come back with another lesson. Peace and blessings as always goes into the hopeful elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.